Marcus Freeman.
We can talk
next
about
Notre
that.
Dame coach.
Oh shoot!
Well, they were saying it. They were talking about it.
Dang.
They were talking about it already too.
Mm-hmm.
They were talking about it. I saw his name and a couple other people on the list for it because I didn't know who it was.
Right.
Until you said it when you texted the other day.
Yeah, I was trying to see if he was coming down.
Yeah, when I typed his name, that's the first thing they said that he was up. Him and a couple other people up for that job. So breaking news.
Breaking news.
Because that'd have been a great succession plan down here.
Great. 3-4 years.
Yep.
Well,
We'll get into it.
Oh yeah.
Bro, why the whole time? Dad started laughing at me yesterday. Why the whole time? We talking about Brian Kelly, and in my mind, I was thinking Chip Kelly.
Oh man.
I kept on saying, man, if Kelly would have had Odell and Rodgers, boy, they'd have ran the score out. And Swag was like, no, Brian Kelly? He said, you think about Chip? I was like, oh yeah. I swear to God too, boy.
My dad called me. He convinced that Chip and Brian Kelly are brothers.
They kind of look alike too.
You know, he said, no, they are brothers. I said, no, they're not. I said, yes, they are. I said, I'm not about to get in an argument with you about Chip and Brian Kelly. They're not brothers.
You can't win that argument.
No, I can't.
Nope.
I let them have it.
Okay. All right, you got it.
And we got to get some swag on the mic next week.
We got to get him on the mic, bro.
Got to get on the mic.
Got to get him on the mic, man.
Let him create his own topic.
Yeah, bro. Yeah, swag topic.
So we gotta give him a segment or something.
Give him a whole segment. Ask Swag.
One word answer.
One word answer.
Hey,
I'll be like, what you mean? What you talking about?
Swag.
The hot takes, man. Y'all, this is the Evergreen Pod. We back at it again. What episode we at, y'all? What episode what? I don't even know.
21. Prime time.
21. We on
Episode prime time.
Episode prime time. Shout out to Prime. Prime back on his feet a little bit, but y'all saw that?
Yeah,
Y'all been watching?
You don't want them at least.
You know what I see him doing a little rehab, man. So I'm happy for that, man. But it's episode 21. This is Evergreen Pod. We back in this thing. Dante, you good?
I'm good, baby.
You good? Will, you good?
I'm great, man. I'm excited.
We in here. Let's go. Will came in here turn, man. Doug, you good?
I'm great.
Doug got his blaze on.
I'm
saying, man.
I'm business.
He's business.
I mean business.
He about to
Straight
take
business.
business. Let's go, baby.
I have a CEO mindset right now.
Ooh.
I was like, some buttons to hit this man.
It's rubbing off.
Swag. Where you at? Swag to the building.
Swag.
That's what I'm talking about, man. So turn that line up. Hit it again.
Swag.
In here. So we good, man. We rolling, man. Hey, it's been a couple weeks, man.
Yeah. Yeah.
Got a lot.
How's Thanksgiving for everybody? Everybody good?
It was full as always.
Yeah.
It was good.
Yeah, it was great. I caught a lot of football games.
Oh yeah.
Absolutely.
So,
Yeah.
I actually went to the Saints game.
Did you? Man.
The entertainment was great. Shout out to Southern Marching Band. The human jukebox was in the building.
Shout out to Drew Brees.
Man.
They made to get Drew out the booth.
They're coming back on.
Like, come on, Drew.
They say I saw on Sports Center Taysom gonna start this week.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he's starting this week.
Yeah.
They just
No
announced it early.
comment.
Yeah.
No
I
comment.
mean, you know, so
Man, they paying him like a
they
quarterback.
paying him like a starter. Right. And I mean, right at this point, man, you just gotta do whatever you can do. You trying
Like Sean Payton, why not go get a quarterback in free agency?
Tanking. He tanking. He
think
tanking.
so?
They have to be tanking right now.
Who's in
Who we looking at? Desmond Riddle? Who we looking at right now?
Yeah, I don't even know.
Maybe they're trying to get collateral for a trade. You know,
I don't know.
A-Rod.
Maybe.
So I got
But part of his Sean Payton's ego is big.
Oh, yeah.
So I think he gonna go against the grain in the sense where I can win with anybody.
He can't.
No,
But he can't.
He can't. No.
Yeah, one Super Bowl.
One, he does. Which is hard. I'm not. It's hard to get a Super
It's
Bowl.
hard to get a
in
Super
NFL.
Bowl.
I'm not saying that.
Yeah.
But
We got one, and then that team was
It's a very select number of head coaches in the NFL that got a Super Bowl ring
I
right
know.
now. It's a very select number.
sheesh.
So
Pete Carroll, Mike Tomlin.
You think, man?
Yeah.
So y'all think, all right, so I got a
Belichick.
question. Since we talking about this right now, and I know we got stuff to talk about.
yeah, look,
Y'all
they ain't
think-
even on the board.
But y'all think? So do y'all think Aaron gonna stay in Green Bay? And he might be making a play for Aaron.
Man, the way he playing right now, bro.
I know.
But it's just about Aaron. It's about
That's what I'm saying. If Aaron wants to stay out, now that's it's all completely dependent on Aaron because he the battery that run the toy, man.
If he wins the Super Bowl this year, it'd be hard for him to lead. If he does win.
Right,
Yeah.
right.
If he don't, obviously still leaves the door open for him.
Right.
They're not winning no Super Bowl.
No,
Nah, Aaron's leaving.
you think they'll lose on purpose?
Matt Stafford went to LA. Like, and look how he been playing the last couple weeks.
Yeah.
So Aaron.
Even if Green Bay win it, now they have come close the last 2 years, but
It seems like they always
they came
bro.
close the last 2 years, and they were in the NFC Championship. But Aaron hasn't played well in both those games either, though.
Right, this is true.
So
This is true.
And he ain't giving out no discount double checks no more.
No, he's
So,
He sure ain't. He sure
it is
ain't.
what it is.
it'll be interesting.
That'd be interesting, man. What we got to talk about tonight, man? We got a lot of stuff to catch up, man. Fights. They got fights in basketball games.
Ripping it out.
People getting paid out. Coaches getting paid out until 2020 or whatever. 2020.
2029.
2020. I'm saying, but God.
2031 too.
2031.
2031.
Taka Woods, y'all. Taka Woods on the list, man. Taka Woods came out of the dungeon.
Right.
Now he back talking, man. So there's a lot to talk about, man.
Let's get to it, man.
College football, though. What's up? LSU got a new coach.
Yes, they do.
That coaching carousel booming.
Let's coach carousel.
Man.
It is.
Listen here, kids. Go where you want to go to school.
Go where you want to go to school.
Yes.
Go to the school you want to go to.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Take the major you want to take.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Because anything that they telling you about they gonna be your coach for 4
Forever?
years,
Yeah, it ain't gonna
It
happen.
ain't happening.
it probably ain't happening.
Dante was that post.
happening.
You seen another thing talking about what he said, what Lincoln Riley
Oh,
said.
yeah. He's
told
about to be USC, about to be the mecca of college football. And one of his former players commented under it, said he told us that last week.
Repeat.
Man, but can you? Hey, Lincoln Riley contract at USC.
Oh.
It's almost like, can you blame him?
No, that's cotton candy, man. That's cotton candy.
They purchased his home in Oklahoma. He was building a home. They purchased both of the homes in
Both
Oklahoma.
The homie had
Because he
and
know
only be built.
Yeah, $500,000 over asking price.
Because they knew it wasn't gonna
Right.
sell. It wasn't gonna sell to
Right,
nobody.
sir.
Nobody wasn't gonna buy it.
Then they
The new coach not gonna want it. He gonna want his own house
Then
anyway.
they bought his home in LA.
Right.
So
Then
there's
he
3
has-
houses.
Yes, he has no mortgage. He has unlimited access to the private jet. Him and his family.
For personal use, not
Personal
not,
use.
not, not
I mean,
recruiting.
they paying the taxes on that. That's
Basically.
crazy.
They-
And the
paying the
gas,
fuel.
and the gas,
And the
and the pilots.
The maintenance.
But Brian Kelly got like a similar deal. I saw he has like no interest on his home.
Yeah, for up to $1.2 million.
He has for a vehicle.
Hey, hey, they still got coaching spots available.
I'm sure they do.
Yes.
Bro. This
Yes,
carousel
they do.
going crazy right now.
Yeah, man.
Golly, that made me think sometimes.
Bro, like, God, dog, man.
It's the wrong profession in life.
Man.
Bro, they
Should have stuck it out for like 4 years.
Just stuck it out. I should
got on
that
GA.
GA life. That GA life for 4 years, man. It's hard. It's tough. I should let that GA life, man.
Why you young enough and
Why
ain't got
young
no
enough, no
responsibilities?
How old is Lincoln Riley, bro? Like these young coaches are
Young
superstars.
Lincoln Riley is
man.
38, bro.
Superstars, bro. That's crazy,
It
bro.
is.
38.
100
Happy for him, though, man.
10 years.
110, huh?
Three houses.
3
Private
houses.
jet.
All paid off. No
paid
mortgage.
off, no
No mortgage
In
at 38.
Boy, you better win.
In LA.
He could literally get fired and retire.
You
And
bet.
be-
He's getting fired. Everybody's hired to be fired.
absolutely
He's
fired.
getting fired
Yeah,
sooner or later. But he's gonna
yeah.
keep the money.
yeah, he gonna get the money.
He gonna keep the house.
Yeah, they gonna find that middle ground.
So I wonder, do they have the negotiations like far as like if he does get fired, is a house like his? Like does he? I don't know how is it written up in a sense. Like you're a real estate guy, obviously. I
No,
don't, like,
that's an interesting
that's
question.
like-
The house has to be written up in his name.
Yeah.
yeah, it can't be.
It can't be for a use.
It can't be for the
because-
university,
Yeah, it can't
right.
be.
That'd be like a
Because then
parsonage.
the tax problem gonna be.
But if you believe if he doesn't do well, USC gonna try to do something.
Oh, as long as you don't have no violations.
Right.
Yeah, as long as it, without cause.
NCAA violations.
But here's
they in trouble.
Here's another thing, bro. The house is what? How much the house is?
And which one?
Like $6 million.
Yeah,
$6 million in LA.
Man, that ain't nothing for the college.
Nothing.
no, it's not.
At
So
all.
they kind of write that off.
You know who didn't? You know the alumni that graduated
Yeah, right there,
from
John Carter, bro.
USC.
Now, if Lincoln Riley is smart, now, and I think he may be, all I'll be doing is straight NIL action.
That's it.
Come to LA, we about to make you a movie
put you in
star.
the movies.
We about to make you whatever you want to be.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
And they started that this year too.
Get you in the studio
with
with
Clay
Snoop.
Hilton. They started the NIL
they
doing
sure
it with the
did.
commercials and everything.
They got the place for it, man. Advertise the beach, man. The condos out there, man. They got the place for it, bro.
So do you blame him?
I don't.
No, I don't.
Lincoln Riley?
No, I don't.
Oklahoma to USC?
No.
You ever been to Oklahoma?
I ain't never been to
Never
Norman.
been to Oklahoma.
Man,
I ain't never been to Norman.
I've been to Oklahoma City. I've been to Tulsa, Oklahoma.
nothing out there.
It's not a good. It's not. It's. We took a recruiting visit out there.
Don't nobody in Oklahoma get mad
It's the
with
longest
me.
ride in the
Yeah,
world.
it is.
It's
Bro,
the longest ride in the world.
Tumbleweeds. I'm not lying.
I don't blame him. Like initially, I said that I think I texted Will and said, "Man, Lincoln Riley running from that smoke in the SEC."
No,
he is.
that too.
He
That
is
too.
definitely true.
He
That too.
is. But then when I look at that contract,
and I look at the conference that he's going to too.
I say, well,
that's the easiest path, man.
Running towards that river.
Yes.
Ain't nothing wrong with running.
It ain't.
But
especially like that. Especially like
he's
that.
running.
Oh yeah. They don't want. Because that'll kill his stock. Did he come over to the SEC and lose?
Oh yeah. He's done. Did anybody want Riley at LSU?
Like, honestly, if they would have hired Riley, I wouldn't have been upset. And we talked about this. I think anybody who they would have hired would have been okay with it. It was going to ride with LSU regardless. Because we always thought any coach that they do get was going to be a step above Coach Orgeron anyway.
Right.
So with the amount of talent Louisiana has and the players and the resources, again, we always talk about this. In 4 to 5 years, they're going to win one regardless.
Absolutely.
Now, what they do after that is totally up to them. Right. And so that's why I think I like this hire with Brian Kelly in a simple fact of the longevity on the consistency of winning.
Right.
Coach Miles was darn near doing that. Winning 10 games a year, almost winning the championship every 4 to 5 years. And so with a stale offense and stubbornness and wasn't willing to change, this guy was still trying to not win. So Brian Kelly's resume speaks for itself. He won in Cincinnati.
Absolutely.
He's won in Notre Dame.
He's solid.
Grand Valley State.
Two national championships.
Right. So
question.
nonsense guy.
What's his thing? What's his? I watch Notre Dame, but I don't watch Notre Dame. What's his? Is he going to make the best of the talent that he gets?
While he was there, while he was at Notre Dame, at least he's a pro style. He's on coach pro style on offense. Okay, you're gonna have. Well, I'm not sure if this is a form of the kids that he can recruit at Notre Dame.
Right,
but while he was there, they always had an All-American tight end.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right. So you're gonna have an All-American tight end, and
this is
you're gonna have a running back that's gonna get numbers.
And you're also gonna have offensive linemen that get drafted high.
Exactly.
Every year, defensive linemen that get drafted high,
and linebackers
that get drafted high.
Right.
But the one thing I do like about Coach Kelly is
and he is bringing the offensive coordinator with him. As far as I saw so far.
He's a young guy too.
Yes,
I think he's only like 28 or something like that.
Okay, cool.
The one thing I do like about Coach Kelly is he's a real disciplinarian.
I think that's what they need
that's
right
really
now
what they need. But I think he's gonna tweak a little bit in recruiting, because if you look at the Notre Dame kids and the way they speak, the way they articulate themselves, he was talking about in his press conference that he wants smart kids.
Wow, okay.
He don't just want you to be good at football.
Right.
He's trying to prepare you for life, but he want to make the best situation. He want to breed champions in life. That's what he was saying in his press conference. So I think that's going to be a little tweak that everybody in Louisiana going to have to get used to for the second. So I don't predict him winning 10, 11, 12 games next year. Me personally, I think they're 8-4 regular season team. Just looking at his roster and knowing what he got to do, which is better than this year. But people already saying, you look at national media, they saying they're gonna be in the playoff hunt next year. There's no way. Go look at the roster.
Yeah,
well,
they have no offensive line.
I think a lot of what you're seeing right now is I was watching Oklahoma. It was like Cyber Monday, man. Like the kids that was dropping out of their recruiting class, and the kids that was like jumping in the transfer portal. I mean, Oklahoma is one of them powerhouses that that you usually got to worry about getting in the playoff because of the conference that they're in. Right, and the record that they usually come out with, and they're most likely got a 1 out of 3 team chance of being in the Big 12 championship game. So that's so if you remove them out of the equation with Lincoln Riley going to USC, and I don't think he's gonna turn. I mean, Lincoln ain't gonna turn USC around like that. Not from what they had. But yeah,
I think they.
So I mean, I'm not saying like you said. I don't think it's gonna be next year, but I can see why they would think that. Given if you're removing Texas don't look like I don't know what Sarkeesian got going on right now.
They got too many monkeys going around in that facility. They're like, just go look it up. They really do.
Pole assassin.
I didn't say it, so I'll leave it alone. Just go look it up.
I think from what I know, I like the consistency of Kelly so far. Clean. He's been clean. And I think the stuff with Les Miles retroactively could make a school nervous if you have been there, you know what I'm saying? And then also, Coach O game 1, he out there walking with his chick,
right.
Like that type of thing, you know what I'm saying, is like now you need to calm it down. Yeah. You need to calm it down, you need somebody solid. You can get the recruits, you got the facilities, you're going to get the buzz or whatever. And so now you just have a solid coach in there to kind of hold everything together. And like you say, be a disciplinarian, right? I think they can, get some stuff going.
Because I think the past 2 coaches have been more characters than they've been coaches.
Yeah, I didn't know Coach O was there 5 years. I didn't know there was been 5 seasons. Wow.
Yeah.
So
5 seasons too long.
Oh man.
Oh man.
Come on. I did not mean to say that.
Come on, man.
Oh man.
I did not mean to say that.
Hey man, shout out to you, Coach O. Shout out to you, Coach.
No,
You got your money,
No,
man.
let me tell you.
You the last person that didn't be saying. You the last person that didn't even say shout out to Coach O.
That first episode,
I can knock you. I can congratulate you, and I congratulate you on getting your buyout.
I didn't mean to say 5 years too long.
No, I'm just saying, man. I respect what he did at the end.
I did.
He walked in there with his chest out, with his hands up, and said, "Give him my money," and they gave him his money.
Yeah, $17 million.
I respect that, man.
That's true.
We got the contract, man. It's an amazing contract that we just got, man. The man said he was moving to Destin.
Destin.
I ain't going back home. I don't need nothing. I'm leaving everything. I'm gonna buy everything new in Destin.
That man gonna be on the hunt, boy.
But he's
talking a lot pimping.
He's already on the hunt. And then he brought sand to the beach.
He did.
He brought sand to the beach, man.
The thing about Brian Kelly, what I love about him is just, even though he has that calm demeanor, he's a disciplinarian, the fact that he had the confidence and the swagger to leave Notre Dame in the heart where they have a chance to go to the playoffs. And listening to his press conference, and I saw a video when he was talking to the team, he was telling them, why wouldn't I want to come here? Why wouldn't I want to coach the best players? Why wouldn't I want to be on the biggest stage? Why wouldn't I want to be on Broadway of college football? And to me, from a player standpoint, if I see a coach that has that demeanor and has that confidence, that is going to instill something in me and want me to go out there and be better in every area of my life. And like you alluded to, he mentioned like 3 or 4 times about building men and student athletes. He said that a lot, which normally, in SEC you're not gonna hear that unless you're at Vanderbilt. Unless you're at Vanderbilt. But down here, that's the type of things that I like to hear as well. Because if you build men outside of football, you have a better chance to be successful because you're gonna get talented players regardless.
Yeah, make better people.
So now if you have talented players plus talented players off the field, that's a win-win situation.
Real quick, I'm gonna go around real quick before we get to the contract. I want to get to the contract. We'll start with Dante. Do you think Brian Kelly left a week too early?
Yes.
Doug?
No.
I think he did.
I think he did
because if 2 teams lose, Notre Dame's in the playoff. And then that $95 million can go to up to $115 million. I don't see the benefit of him sitting out this week of not even real football practice. They're just hitting the weights this week in conditioning.
Yep.
But I think from his standpoint too, to make a great impression, because the whole culture of LSU is not good right now. And so think about this. If the players and the administrative team of LSU is looking at him, if he's willing to walk away from that, how much does he really care about us?
That's
how much is he really committed to us 100%? So I think that's the reason why he did leave. And look, he may be thinking, I probably should have stayed, but if I want to make a great first impression, I need to let them know how committed I am to them to winning and changing this program around.
Yeah. And two, I think too. I never saw it that way, like you were saying, but I think too.
And it wasn't just about the money. I'm just saying for the chance to play in the playoffs.
Yeah, absolutely. I don't think they're gonna get in. I don't think they're gonna get in. Number one, I don't think they're gonna get in because I think it's kind of who's Michigan got to play Iowa. I think Michigan is the only one that really got it's Georgia and Alabama, and then Michigan and Iowa, right?
Cincinnati play Houston though. Cincinnati play
Houston
on one game,
right? Oklahoma State and Baylor too.
Yeah.
Right. So I don't really know. And then I think after a while, he's been there for what? How long he been in Notre Dame?
11 or 12 years.
I think he knows that Notre Dame is not changing anything about Notre Dame.
No.
We were talking about it before we started that all they would have to do is join the conference. If I were them, I'd join the Big 12. Now that Oklahoma, I'm saying the right Big 12, right?
Yep,
now that Oklahoma and Texas leaving, I would jump in there because if you win out there, you automatically in the playoffs, right?
Because you're in the Power 5.
But I don't think they want to do that. I don't think Notre Dame is going to try to do that. I'm talking about the organization as a whole, and I think he knows that. I think it's like, even if we go to the playoffs this year, we're going to get beat. We're going to get blown out. Last time they went to the championship, they got blown out. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, I think he knows that, and I think he knows that if I go to LSU now, I got a fighting chance to at least have better players and a better chance at an SEC school. But I never thought about it that way too. You know, it's just one of them things, man.
I mean, the recruiting is going to be easier here.
Way easier.
He got top 5 right now in Notre Dame, though.
Yeah,
he's actually higher than Coach O was.
So I think the recruiting base is easier to recruit from.
Yes.
I have my concerns if he's going to be able to connect with kids from Louisiana.
Where's he originally from? I don't know.
Well, even with that, I ain't gonna lie.
New Hampshire or something like that.
With the with the connection part, with the connection part, I guess I'm not comparing him for coaching styles, but as far as where they from, like him and Coach Miles. Like Coach Miles is not like a Southern guy,
right?
Mm-hmm. He was able to come in and recruit like top classes. And look, I love Coach Miles, you know, as a person, but he doesn't have the most. His personality. It's not like when you walk in your home.
It's a little quirky.
You're not gonna be. He doesn't have this presence about himself. So I think if he was able to connect and get kids to come here, like a quarterback, a 5-star quarterback to come here, knowing you're not gonna throw the football. I get a receiver, knowing you ain't gonna.
Shepard.
Russell Shepard.
Russell Shepard was
knowing you're not gonna throw the ball. If you can get those kids,
Russ doing his thing in Houston.
If you get those kids to come here. And I think that part. And look, Brian Kelly, like I said, you can kids from California, all over the place.
17 out of the 22 commits that's on Notre Dame right now from 17 different states.
Yeah.
Right.
So he's a nationwide recruiter.
Right. But does because I thought about that two ways. Yes, your brand, your style can recruit nationwide. But is that Notre Dame that was recruiting them nationwide like that? Or is it because they wanted to come and play for you?
Brian Kelly.
I think it was Brian Kelly. I think it was Brian Kelly because I watched the. Did y'all watch the players? You know that. What I love about Brian Kelly is he embraces NIL. So his players actually have an NIL podcast.
Oh wow!
Yeah, so the players went on and did an emergency podcast the day that he got announced as the LSU coach, and they was all like, they was happy for him.
Wow!
It was like all the big stars too on defense, and I think the quarterback on offense.
Man, that's smart.
Yeah,
let me do their own podcast.
I think it's on Barstool or something.
It's with Volume with Colin Cowherd got that media thing called Volume, and he got whatever the name of it is. They got a contract with him.
Wow!
Yeah. So they got a real NIL deal, and it's like 4 of them just sitting there doing a podcast, and like it's and all of them gonna be like top three round draft picks.
And my other thought with it being so spread out like that is, were they that spread out because of the recruiting standards that Notre Dame has just to get into school? I
think that also.
So you can't get hotbed. You can't go into the hotbeds where.
And he said that he alluded to that he can't get certain kids that he wanted because of the academics at Notre Dame.
Yeah.
But if Marcus Freeman gonna be coaching there, I don't care who you is. Marcus Freeman gonna get the top 11 out of the top 20 defensive ends, front 7 players because he's just Marcus Freeman.
Right.
So, but what's up with that Coach O contract, man?
Look, check this out. Coach O, and I'm just going to say it real quick. Coach O gets $5 million in December. This December.
Okay.
2021.
Good December.
Straight
Merry
up.
Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
Then he gets 2 payments of $1 million in 2023. By 2022, I'm tripping.
What now?
2 payments of $1 million apiece.
So $2 million next year.
In 2022.
In 2022.
Next
2 payments of
that's 7 already.
Yep. 2 payments of $750,000 in 2023.
Okay, that's another 1.5.
2 payments of $500,000 in 2024.
Another million.
Just keep crossing go. That's all you gotta do.
2 payments of $426,000 in 2025.
That's 900.
All right. Ogeron's company will receive payments of $750,000 twice a year until 2025. So that's like from now on to 2025.
Hey man, shout out to you, Coach
O.
Shout out to you, Coach O.
Hey,
who is agent? Who owe agent?
Hey, what camera we looking at? This right here?
Yeah.
Hey, I take away everything I just said about Coach O. Hey, Coach Ogeron, I take away everything I ever said about you negatively as far as coaching, strictly coaching, because what you just did is the American dream.
It's the American dream.
We always talk about like bust, right? Are you a bust?
You know what?
You know what, Coach O?
Hey man, he was hired to be hired to be fired anyway. Get your money. Keep it moving, man.
That's true.
What y'all think about Billy Napier leaving ULF?
Man, look,
taking his whole staff.
Whole staff.
Do what you got to do.
Staff.
That's an opportunity, boy.
Whole staff.
He need to take.
That's a good move.
Who else need to take Dante? I hope you take him over there with him, man.
Kyron?
Yeah, man. Take Kyron Lacey.
Whole Kyron Lacey, man. Because
transfer portal.
Yeah, you got one free one. You got one free one.
And if you're gonna use it, this will be the time. This will be the time.
Your coach that been had you the last 2 years gonna go.
This will be the time, man.
This is the time to go.
This will be the time.
So this is mine. So Saban's Rising Tide. That's why I named it. What y'all think his agent doing? And him and his wife just sitting on the couch with the legs crossed, watching all these coaches hitting. So you saw old boy at Michigan State sign for 95. You saw $100 million at USC.
Penn State.
You just know that it don't matter. I'm getting paid $1 more than
$1.
Because of the clause in my contract, no matter how crazy this stuff get, I'm getting paid $1 more than everybody.
Wait, hold on. Explain it to me.
Wait. Y'all didn't know that?
No, break it down to me.
Oh, okay. Oh, all right. My bad. All right. I'll keep the coverage.
So Saban has to remain the highest paid coach, basically?
Has to.
It's a clause in his contract.
It's in his contract.
Jimmy Sexton.
Shout out Jimmy Sexton. Super agent.
My skin just got tight,
We need him for the pod. We need him for the pod.
We do.
We need Jimmy Sexton.
Man, I wish.
That's my old agent, man.
Get him on the phone, Doug.
We can make that happen. We're going to make that happen.
Jimmy wants some money, man. I may owe Jimmy some money. I don't want Jimmy.
Don't call him.
I'm messing with you. No, Jimmy good people, man. Jimmy real good people.
So Nick Saban has a clause.
It don't matter what nobody else do.
It doesn't matter. He is to be the highest paid head coach in college football by $1. It does not matter who gets paid what.
That's why his salary fluctuates.
That's why
some years he make $9 million, some years he make $12 million. Then it'll fluctuate every year because he only got to get paid $1 more than the highest paid.
So hey, Saban the man, bro.
So like, if somebody happens to say, "Look, I'm coming in, I'm getting paid $15 million a year."
Oh, he getting 15
and 0, 0, 0, 0,
if he made 12 one year, he got to get 15 one next year.
Got to get 15 one. Then that dude get fired. Now the next highest might be 11. He gonna get 11 one.
But what kind of bag do you have to give a man a contract like this? I always think about the building.
That is
I always
true.
think about the bag. These contracts. When I see 110 million for Lincoln Riley, whatever, I already like, God, dog.
So this is what you.
If you got the nuts to look at me in my eyes and tell me
That's true.
that I'm gonna pay you $110 million. I can sit down at the table with you, and tell you with confidence.
Right.
Let's sign the papers. No sweating nothing. I'll pay you $110 million next 10 years. Boy, how much money do you think that I got?
Bro, yeah, got it.
So this is what you look up.
And then for Alabama,
it's
like
a
to say that you gonna be, look, we gonna let you have a fluctuating contract.
You look up university endowments.
There's no budget.
You look up university endowments. That's where all the money is.
Yep.
You look at their endowments. You look at things like TAF, Tiger Athletic Foundation. You look at these things. this is where the money at.
Sheesh.
That's where the real
Texas
money is.
And like Texas A&M got like $800 million in endowments just sitting in the account.
That's why I don't think they be stunting about winning like that. Sometimes you got to get them really boosted up to really get a team, because they winning already.
Yeah, they winning.
They don't care. Like, I don't hear anything about shortage of money. When I saw the video clip of Brian Kelly coming over here in the jet, and he was just as comfortable as can be with Scott Woodward. He was signing his contract on a jet while they was flying.
While the band was outside waiting.
Like, you signed over $100 million contract on a jet, just nonchalant.
I'm sweating.
And Scott Woodward on his phone like this.
Got him.
Big
fish hunting.
Shout out William Tate, man.
He did great.
University president.
He did great.
But that's when I know. But that's when I know them bags are phenomenal.
He signed the contract on a jet, just chilling.
On the way.
On the way.
And it's normal.
It's normal.
This was supposed to happen.
Like, did you even read it?
Nope. Signing it.
Just make sure the account number right.
The routing information.
The routing information.
That's it. That's all you're doing.
That is true. You know, when you y'all ever off topic. This is off topic. This is off topic. You know, like whether you get hired or you trying to get paid for a job,
right?
And they need a routing and checking account number. How many times do you got to check that number? Make sure it's right.
Hey, look. Let me tell you something. I literally had to do this yesterday. All right, let me tell you something. I looked at them wiring instructions about 9 times before I hit
the wiring of the day.
I wired to the.
Man, you should have called me. I would have told you don't do it. Don't do it. I don't like wiring. I don't like wiring, bro. I be so nervous.
I wired straight from my bank.
Okay.
I wired straight from my bank. No. Yeah, at the bank.
Yeah, go to
from
the bank.
Yeah.
Well, I'm looking at the wrong number like 15 times. I take a break. I go to eat lunch. Come back.
Yep. I'm gonna sit right here till y'all confirm it. I'm gonna call him. From while I'm sitting in here.
Y'all got it on y'all end? Y'all got it on.
Ain't no joke, bro.
It ain't no joke, boy.
Let me get it and send me an email confirmation that you got.
That's it.
Man,
That's it, man.
But I just learned something, boy. Saving contract, God, dog.
Man, doing it.
In case, other things about saving contract you might not know. The house is paid off on the lease.
Jeez, okay.
The house the mortgage is paid. So he
coaching is the career, man. We missed out.
You just gotta keep winning.
Yeah.
You gotta win.
Well,
You ain't even gotta win.
Maybe not, Coach.
You ain't even gotta win.
No, you don't.
You ain't gotta fool.
Well, he did. He won that championship.
You won that. Yeah, he did.
You ain't gotta fool everybody. You gotta fool or right somebody.
Yeah, that's it. This one.
So Brian Kelly's contract.
This one.
As far, I know I've read through most of it. One of the ones that caught my eye was if he gets fired after he wins a national championship, it's paid in full. Yeah, am I
Wait, what?
Wait,
Immediately
what?
or over years like O's was?
Look,
I think you think
What
it's
paid in full means you gotta.
That's immediately, right?
That sounds like that to me.
if he gets fired, it is paid in full.
Fired after that championship though.
Yeah, after the championship.
Nah, but that's the same thing they have with O.
So
they ain't do O.
They paid him for they paid him for the championship. Yeah.
So paid in full mean paid in
That's
full.
why they kept O on. Okay, I got it.
Paid in full mean paid in full.
What you mean, like just over a period of time?
No,
Paid in full mean right then.
Like
When we fired.
get out of here.
Yeah, see you later. We're paying you to go by. That's it.
Man,
Yeah. I love coaching, man. I'm loving this time right now. I'm loving 2021, man.
What,
I'm loving 2021.
I knew I should listen to Verge when he said
Verge.
What he told you, man?
Verge was there yesterday and today, too.
What he told you, man?
Man, when I went back to school, bro, to get my degree, Verge look me in the eye like a man. It said, Beck, you need to think about coaching.
Beck.
He said, do you know how much our receiver coach make back? And that was back in 2000 and
Probably about 400-500.
yeah, that was back in 2011.
About 400-500 a year.
He said, you sure? I was like, nah, I don't have the patience. He said, you sure you don't have the patience?
He was trying to tell you something.
He was trying to tell me something. Man,
You better call it.
hallelujah.
Hey, bro, you still got pulled, man. Somebody might still come call
no,
you,
boy,
man.
I don't want that.
You don't want it, bro?
All right, so here's some
There's a lot
of
of stress coming with the job.
here's some of the stipulations in his contract. For every full season Kelly lasts, he receives an extra $500,000 that July. This is from
Wait, that's
SI.com.
extra over the contract number?
Additionally, Kelly will receive an extra $500,000 incentive every season LSU becomes bowl eligible. So win 6 games.
6 games, that's it?
That's it. Another
that's every year.
Another $500,000.
Even O did that.
Exactly. Last second. Last second. Last week.
A&M, see you later.
Bro, did O hit another? Did O hit an incentive on in that contract in the last game? Because they got bowl eligible.
And he walked on them.
I know we want to talk about coach. I've never seen a coach smile harder than Coach O. Coach O has been smiling every time I see him on TV.
What?
He just
He ain't got no pressure.
I would too.
He just
I would too.
Just
I would
that
too.
man just happy, bro.
And he know where the body's buried in, and they can't do nothing about it.
Nothing they can do about it.
Nothing about it. He know everything.
Oh, man. That's crazy.
What else Kelly got, man? What else Kelly got?
So the payout
I'm learning some stuff about these
payout
coaches,
adjustment of incentives each season will make Kelly the highest paid head coach in college football, which
Until
Saban gets his re-up. So 2022, $10 million. 23, $10 million. 10.2, I'm sorry. 10.2, 24. 10.4, 25. 10.4, 26.
Sorry, man.
10.6, 27. 10.6, 28. 10.9.
This is amazing.
Hey, bro,
man.
college coaches get paid like Major League Baseball players.
Oh man, Major League
Wait, I
Baseball
did try to
dropping
get
that
the
bag the other day.
I did.
You try to get in the coach?
I sure did.
He's still thinking about it.
What
I
happened?
did. I sure did. Because when I went back in 11 to get my degree, I sure did, because they had a position. They had like a defensive analyst position that was open at that time. And I think I went to, Coach Nader, shout out Coach Nader. Mm-hmm. He had to sign like a paper and all that stuff.
Right.
And Coach Miles ended up going with the offensive analyst. Out of all things, he needed it. He probably needed it though. He probably realistically to run the ball,
pitch straight back and run.
And obviously it didn't work. But the dude left like a week later. He left like a week later.
Maybe God blocked him.
So $1.3 million for SEC All National Championship,
which is gonna happen.
All right.
Yeah, man.
If Kelly wins a championship while at LSU, he earns an additional $500,000 to each contract year. Following the championship.
It's so much money. It's so much money circulating, man.
Hold on, Doug.
I'm loving it.
Hold on. Also, in the case that LSU wins the championship under Kelly and later fires him, the school will owe him 100% of his remaining salary.
This no matter when he do it.
No, if he gets fired after a championship,
not the year after.
They owe him whatever's left on the contract. They owe him. If they fire him without cause and he doesn't win this championship, they still owe him 90%.
That's why those college coaches. This is why them college coaches don't leave to go coach the NFL. This is why they don't leave.
Yeah, it's true.
Now I understand.
If they fire him without cause.
Now I understand.
And no championship. 90%.
I would think the normal course of things, because in high school you're trying to go to college, and college you're trying to play in the league. Man. I thought there was a normal course of things too with coaching and everything, but it ain't that.
No,
I'm trying
to coach in college.
Man, college coach ain't trying to leave.
Right. Man, I got hot.
He's taking it off, y'all.
But that's crazy, bro.
It's so much money circulating, man. It's like, even with all the coaching carousel, with Major League Baseball, these NBA contracts, like it's so much, man. And I'm loving it right now because we're a part of this new generation where people ain't just sitting on the sideline anymore.
Nah, they get in the game.
Just saying, I'll take it and I'll take that job. I'm not gonna stay at a certain job no more. I'm gonna leave and go to a different franchise. I don't care about none of that. I'm going to set my family up for life.
Absolutely.
I'm going to create this generational wealth while I can.
Absolutely.
And then make sure we taken care of.
So do you think, I'm going to ask you a question.
Mm-hmm.
I'll ask you a question. Do y'all think that the NIL is affecting these larger contracts at all?
Absolutely.
Yes. They have to be.
They have to, right?
Absolutely.
That's one of the reasons why Riley left.
Right. And I think, too, that you have to pay these coaches more. Mm-hmm. For the respect of what these kids about to start getting paid.
Yes.
Because if I'm getting paid a couple
quarterback at Bama just inked a meal.
You know what I'm saying?
Before the season
started. I'm doing that.
So imagine his quarterback coach making $500,000. He's making $1 million.
That's what I'm saying.
That can't happen.
That can't happen. Can't have that. So I get it. Yeah, I get it. I understand that. Everybody wins, man. Listen, everybody wins. And it ain't hurting the universities
at all.
Obviously.
Let's keep it in perspective. Okay.
Bro, it's monopoly money out here, dog.
Let's do perspective. In 10 years, $95 million. That's 9.5 a year. Mm-hmm. That means next year going to make 9.5. That's a lot of money, okay? Mm-hmm. But $9.5 million for an entire year.
Mm-hmm.
Well, how much they making in them games, boy?
They make $40 million just off the football with ESPN.
Yep.
They make $40 million just off that ESPN football contract. Each school.
That's nothing.
So imagine the gate.
No, the TV contract. The TV contracts is dumb.
Yeah. So imagine it. Imagine the stadium tour.
The parking.
This is just sport. This is not
the parking.
This is not tuition.
It's ridiculous.
This is not tuition.
The parking is ridiculous.
No.
It's not any of this.
No.
I mean, I think one year, like concessions, they made like $2.3 million.
Yeah.
On concessions.
On concessions, over $1 million.
Trash concessions too.
Concessions, over $1 million.
Trash concessions.
It'd be trash.
I think the guy that was over with at that time, it was like in 2012, 11, over $1 million.
But we was at the Saints game. It's $12 for nachos. $12 for nachos.
But I remember the Pelicans game one time.
Boy,
some years like.
They was the Pelicans or the Hornets?
There's the Pelicans. It was about 5 years ago.
Don't go no more though.
Man, I went there talking. You know, I'm at the pellet. I'm enjoying myself. I'm like, man, I went to give me like a shrimp po' boy.
What?
I don't know why I did that.
Ooh.
I could have. That man said,
$27.
that'd be 25. I said, 20. What? I almost passed out.
Hey, put that back.
Put that back 25.
Yeah, you can keep that, sir.
You can keep that.
You can keep that.
And then what?
You hungry?
No, man.
I don't want it.
It wasn't even good. It wasn't even, bro.
I ain't even eating shrimp today, man. I'm good.
But it's like that. It's like that. The place is like that. The airport is like that.
The airport,
You're a captured audience. Like you can't. What you gonna do? There's no
once you pass the
competition.
gate.
There's no competition, so we can charge you what you want, and we know you hungry. We know you want them little peanut M&Ms.
Yep.
So we're gonna charge you $12.
It's like gas.
Yeah, and
What you gonna do? You gonna walk around like Fred Flintstone?
Speaking of
You ain't walking.
gas,
You ain't walking.
You gonna fill your car?
I ain't gonna talk about.
Hey, man, gas and houses, man.
Yep.
You gotta have it.
Gotta have
Gotta
them.
have
Gotta have
gas and houses.
Gotta have them.
And Starbucks. I don't know why people love Starbucks so much.
I don't know either.
Well, shout out to Starbucks then. You know,
Shout out.
y'all want to
I ain't
sponsor
gonna lie.
that's cool.
The best coffee places are the ones that's not commercialized. The ones that take pride in what they're doing.
Bro, the line be so
It
long.
does, and it's not.
I ain't going there.
Like coffee house in Sorrento.
Coffee house. What PJs?
No, coffee house.
No.
Coffee house over up in Sorrento.
PJ's straight.
Beignets at.
Yeah,
They got a place on Perkins called the Rev. I don't know if I'm pronouncing it right. Like in the Willow Grove area off of Perkins. Their coffee is good, based in Lafayette. And then the Vintage downtown on Laurel Street on 3rd and Laurel is good too.
Hey,
So let's go do some live shows.
I'm about to say shout out to all of them. So
Yeah,
we get
let's go do some live shows.
Yeah, man,
we
like
get
it's
some-
yeah.
really,
We put y'all on, get some windows.
really good. I hope I pronounce your name
NIL
right.
deals,
Fucking
man.
business,
Rev
boy.
NIL
We want NIL too, man.
Right.
Give me the like this,
You know what I'm
man.
saying?
Yeah,
So
man.
they got real great coffee.
College football. Who y'all think the playoffs? Go. Who going first?
Cincinnati,
Your four.
Alabama,
You going in order?
Georgia,
I think he just going.
Notre Dame.
You think no they gonna get in there?
I think Notre Dame.
Don?
All right. Considering that the playoff committee has said that they will consider who's the head coach of the, which is a very, very good that they hired Marcus Freeman.
Marcus Freeman, man. Great hire.
Now that I think about it,
Great hire. Everybody love him.
I think
I gotta look at this. Hold on, I'm asking questions.
I'm trying to see how close Oklahoma State will be to getting in if they end up winning the Big 12
You think they beat Baylor? I was going strictly off. I think Baylor gonna get them.
You think Baylor gonna get them?
They Miranda a force right now.
Oh yeah,
They Miranda a force, and the guy at Oklahoma State always loses.
right.
So
Yeah, Gundy.
yeah, he always loses.
All right. So I'm saying Michigan, Bama. And this is gonna be Bama upset Georgia. So Bama, Georgia, and I think Cincy gonna close it out with Fickle. I think Fickle about to go. I think Fickle about to bounce, but I think they're gonna close it out with him.
So Bama got to beat Georgia again.
Bama got to beat
Bama
Georgia.
they ain't got no choice.
But if they beat Georgia, Georgia gonna get in also.
Right.
Georgia in regardless.
Yeah.
Georgia in regardless.
Who you got? Four.
Kind of like with Dante, I got no order: Bama, Georgia, Michigan, and Cincinnati. And it'd be good for college football too. If Michigan does go.
I went straight for entertainment purposes. That's why I put Notre Dame. Man.
Yeah.
You can't like Michigan, Notre Dame. You can't go wrong
You
with
can't
them.
go wrong with them.
Yeah. See, I don't think Bama gonna beat Georgia. So I think Georgia, probably Georgia, Michigan. I think Michigan gonna beat Iowa. Georgia, Michigan, Cincy, and then the next thing I had to be Oklahoma State.
They haven't been in.
They haven't.
That's what I like about it, man. It's like teams that haven't been in got a chance to get in this year.
That's true.
So especially if Bama get out. So
Yeah, I don't think Bama gonna beat Georgia.
You don't think?
No.
you watch that Iron Bowl, huh?
Well, I was on the board, but I watched them Texas A&M. I just watched them this year, and I'm not
And they still 11-1.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah. It's like the worst Alabama team in 5 years. They still 11-1.
Like
11-1.
That's crazy.
that's crazy.
11-1.
They should have lost that game against Auburn, though.
They should have lost to LSU.
That's bad
They
coaching.
should
That's bad coaching. That boy would have fell and didn't go out of bounds.
That's 40 seconds off the clock, and they wouldn't have had time to make the drive.
But once again, that makes a
Bama.
difference.
That's the
Bama
difference
always-
between
That's something your coach need to be telling you.
coaching at Bama and coaching everywhere else,
Absolutely.
basically.
Absolutely.
Yep.
But we're gonna see, bro. It's big games this weekend. Though.
Right.
We'll see.
Man, and this coaching, I'm sorry to bring it back, but man, this coaching carousel. I mean, we only primarily talked about 2 schools or 3 schools.
La Tech had a great hire too.
That's what I'm saying.
La Tech had a great hire, man.
So-
They offense about to be rolling.
So at one point in the state of Louisiana last weekend. I think we only had one head coach that was actually on staff.
Wow.
Yeah, man.
I think McNeese was the only one that actually had a head coach that they actually hired that was still on staff. I think at one point, everybody else, McNeese and Northwestern probably the only two that I can think of.
I think whoever comes to Louisiana with all of these schools, they need to give some of these great high school head coaches a shot.
Absolutely.
To be a running back coach, to be a tight end coach in college, to be a linebacker coach in college. Because everybody who's done it in the last 15 years.
Shout out Trey Falk.
Yeah.
Hey, man, my cousin brought that up the other day, man. He said Trev Falk needs to be a head coach somewhere. He coaches so good right now. And he's recruiting so good also, Trev. We see you, Trev. We're not going to let that slide for too much longer. But everybody has, they have done well.
Yeah.
And once they get in a position, they have a recruiting base they can always go back to. So it helps the kids out in this area also.
Absolutely.
So it's not, it's we keep building. We got to keep building. Keep building. We got to keep pushing, man.
You mentioned somebody like Trev Falk, who's done an outstanding job at LCA over in Lafayette Christian. Like somebody like him, okay, for instance, Southern University.
Yeah.
Do they take a chance on someone like that? Like, what do you have to lose?
What do you have to lose?
He's an All-American linebacker at LSU. He's still young enough, and I think it'll still be an appeal to recruits.
Absolutely.
See,
I think that's the biggest thing for a school like Southern.
This is one of the things.
He would take it.
This is one of the things. Like this, what frustrates me to no end about
Trev. Hey, if you get hired at Southern, remember who said it first. Remember who put you
Come
on.
hire him. Come hire Doug, man.
Remember so you can get in the coaching tree.
I know.
Let us host all your media stuff.
Hey, remember we said it.
Remember we said it. Hey, Trev, remember we said it.
All your media stuff. We got
the Jaguar Journal.
The Evergreen Journal. Hey, Trev, look, we said it here first. You don't got to hire him as a coach. I just want to be a consultant. I want to get this man prepared outside of football. And then we're going to shoot the podcast on the 50-yard line. In Mumford Stadium with the band behind us.
Let's go.
So
that's those all.
Hey,
everybody.
If Southern hired you, remember,
put it out there, Doug.
Put it out there.
We speaking it.
We speaking. We manifesting it.
Let's go.
Southern University. Go down to Lafayette.
Let's go.
I-10 West. West. Get Trev Falk.
Go get him.
And Lafayette.
40 minutes away, man.
40 minutes away.
This is one thing I don't understand. Like, Pete Richardson put the formula out there. Yes. He recruited Louisiana hard.
New Orleans too. New Orleans.
There's so many gangsters on that team.
I know.
Yes, indeed.
They literally had killers on that team.
Yeah, they did. Yeah. No, for real.
Like real deal.
They really had killers.
Bro, they shouldn't have not been in college. Some of these guys, I don't know how they got in.
Make better people, man.
That's all people's doing, bro. Trying to help people.
No, but that's what you're supposed to do, man. If you got an opportunity, you can give it to them, man. You're supposed to help that, man.
So man. So look out for some of these high school coaches, man, who doing really big things in our community, man. When y'all come in our community, embrace them also.
Absolutely.
We're gonna help embrace y'all.
That's how Gus Malzahn got on. He was a big time high school coach in Arkansas.
Wow.
No.
That's how he got on.
That's how it is, man.
Yeah, man.
That's what I'm talking about, bro.
Hey, man, we ain't talk about the Malice in the Palace part two.
Man, part two.
We missed that last week.
Is that what we called it?
We was off. No, that was my little nickname for it.
Malice in the Palace, bro. So,
yeah, man.
Y'all watched it? I watched it live. I watched it live.
I didn't see it live.
I didn't see it live. I
saw what's going on, man, and I feel all kind of different ways about it, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? I do feel like it was an inadvertent hit. I don't think it was on purpose. Y'all know Brown been playing for years. He never done nothing really dirty like that. You know what I'm saying? He'll flop every now and then or some crazy like that. But for the most part, he wouldn't. And then I think when dude ran up on Brown and I saw him, and I saw him run up on Brian, and Brian was kind of like, at first Brian was like, man, I'm, sorry, and it's like, dude kind of pushed him, and I saw, people forgetting how strong people are.
Yeah.
Brian was like, hold on, and then pushed him back a little bit, you know what I'm saying? And then they kind of like was at a little stalemate. But I think dude really got mad when he started feeling like blood come down his eyes.
Yeah.
I'm still confused how his lip and his eye was busted.
That's always a different level of mad when you feel your own blood. Because I've done that.
Yeah.
Look, when you feel your own blood,
Go crazy.
you feel like life leaving you, bro. Like, so you about to fight.
I'm just trying to figure out how his mouth and his eye was bleeding.
From the one elbow.
When he actually hit him with his fist. He actually did like this, and he was pulling back, and his hand, like if I'm jerking from you, his hand snapped back and hit him. But I don't know.
Maybe it's scraped down like from his eye to his mouth, possibly.
When I watch it, I don't know. But I saw that boy mouth leaking, and the boy eye was leaking, and I couldn't figure it out.
So that's why he got mad.
And she was upset.
Okay.
And then he starts turning up.
And he ran over
everybody.
But I'm the one coach that got ran over twice.
Bruh.
I know.
Bruh.
Where you at when they on the weights? Where you at, dude? Like you're a professional coach.
Yeah. That's a big old dude, though.
The gym is free, man.
I was just trying to see if he really wanted to get over there or not.
No, he didn't, man. That was for sure.
He did.
That was
y'all saw Russ Square?
What?
Them leg
But y'all saw Russ, bro. Russ
squared up like from LA.
Yeah, he is.
Russ squared up like the Fighting Irish, man.
Russ had the Crip Arena, boy.
Russ had
Crip Center, boy.
Russ really squared up, bro.
He did. I think he was gonna squabble too.
Oh, he was.
Oh yeah.
He was out there. Melo was out there.
Melo. Hey, Melo said he not coming over here.
He not coming over here.
No, he not coming. He said, "What you over here for, the little dude?"
Yeah, Melo.
Because he cut behind. He tried to go around the stadium.
And he kind of bumped Melo when he went.
Yeah. Melo about that action.
Yeah,
he about that action.
He said he not coming over here.
He not.
Yeah. That's why he had to cover that tattoo. They forget where Melo from. For real.
He going building, man.
Is this kind of like he was like? Is this kind of like a weird year for LeBron, in a sense where I feel like we always knew he didn't care, but when I saw him play the Pacers. Mm-hmm. And how he dropped like 39. How he was. I ain't never seen LeBron act like that as far as like celebration and stuff.
Right, no,
I've never seen that.
Yeah.
I think it's to the point now. Like, even though we talk about championships, and he really does not care anymore. I don't think he cares.
I don't think LeBron's playing basketball to play basketball no more.
I don't think so either.
I think he's playing basketball to keep his brand in front of everybody.
Yeah.
He's gonna try to win a championship when it's playoff time.
He got enough to accomplish.
Yeah, but
he got enough to prove.
The regular season too long anyway. So
that is true.
What am I out here for all of these games, man? Put me in COVID protocol, dog.
I think he really got COVID.
Come on.
See, every time I see Brian,
I know.
Every time I see Brian sit out for whatever, I don't believe none of his injuries. Nope. The only injury I believe was the ankle sprain last year because I saw it. Don't hit that one. That's the wrong one. That boy done put another podcast on the podcast. Hey,
another podcast on the podcast.
Y'all check it out. Hey, Lord have mercy. The high ankle sprain I believe because I saw it.
Yeah.
But like a lower abdominal.
What is that?
I remember the one.
I understand
the groin pull.
That was
legit.
But no, remember in Cleveland?
Yeah.
He went away for 2 weeks. Nobody knew where he went.
Yeah, he went back down to Miami.
He chilling.
He went back to Miami.
The regular season is too long,
and he probably was like, I might not come back if y'all don't.
And you know why? Like, even with the injury with the abdominal, he came back against Indiana like he wasn't missing a beat. So that means to tell me you was probably still in the gym. Like, you wasn't that hurt.
Right. Nah. Yeah, every time LeBron is what? He about to be 37. Yeah, he about to be 37 this month, right? Mm-hmm. So every time LeBron for the last at least 3-4 years, every time LeBron sits out, and you call me conspiracy. I always think this boy is just resting.
Conspiracy brother.
Well, I think he just resting
because the league has put out that they don't want players sitting the bench that are healthy.
This is true.
So
and ever since Pop started doing that and was doing, they've been on him. Mm-hmm. And then also the media gets on them heavy too.
Yeah,
because the fans pay for these tickets and they won't see the games. They won't see these players.
But it got a warning on the back though.
That's true. I
go to a lot of games. It has a warning on the back saying
everything's subject to change.
Yeah, I mean
that's
it
including
is.
players.
You're dealing with humans, dealing with people.
COVID.
Right.
So he's protocol.
He's basically low managing without really saying he's
absolutely.
I think he is.
Absolutely.
He should be.
And the way,
but he should be.
That's true. I don't knock him for that.
And the way they won the last game they played against the Kings, let them keep playing like that. That boy ain't gonna come play till All-Star break. He gonna go to All-Star game. He gonna play about what they 20 games in. Right, he gonna play about 20 more games.
Because the way it happened like 2 hours before the game.
What he had tweeted out? What he
Thompson, something seems a little fishy.
Well, no, I said how he said it. He said
something is real fishy.
Something is real fishy going on
with the fish emojis. He didn't say
and the fishing.
He had the actual fishes. He didn't say fishy.
Something is.
Let me see. I gotta read it right now.
Something is real fishy going on.
Let me see.
I said, man, I'm about to apply to run that man's social media, bro. We're gonna apply to run that man's Twitter or something.
I get it too. When you make that much money, I mean,
no, ain't no excuse, Doug. Somebody got
that's true. Let me see. He said something is real fishy going on. wait.
Something's real fishy.
No. He say something's real fishy going on. He say something is real fishy
going on.
You got to say something fishy going on.
Yeah, he said something.
Or something real fishy. You can't say something is real fishy going on. Yeah, but come on, man. How that man? But come on, man. I can do a remote. I ain't got to come to LA.
But he didn't say the word fishy.
It didn't even make sense.
He used the emojis.
Something is real.
So what is he talking about?
Maybe he went fishing. I don't know, man.
Keep building them schools, Brian.
Keep building.
Help America's
You know
youth.
what you're doing a good job.
He's doing a good job with that, man.
Just keep building them schools, brother. We love you. You got love right here.
We do.
You got love right here.
LeBron, we do love you. We really do. LeBron, we do.
Your production company off the chain too.
Yeah, we
get
do
somebody
love you,
from your
bro.
production company to help you, my
We
guy.
do love
Get
you.
somebody from the production company.
You ain't got to do that. Just call me.
The thing about it, he can't cancel us either. So
I get your Twitter straight, boy.
But what is like?
I don't know what he talking about though.
What is he talking
They got a
about?
lot of players getting injured. So I saw that. I saw like Dame is injured right now. Devin Booker's injured right now. Bam is injured right now.
So maybe he's saying that everybody else catching on to what he been doing.
That's a good thought. That's a good thought. I
Something
don't
is
know.
real fishy.
Something is real fishy going on, boy.
Something is real
Something is
fishy.
real fishy going on.
fishy going on.
Something is real fishy going on, boy.
Shout out to Brian, man.
This is the day he, I guess, he in health and safety
Hey, we
protocol.
need to make a
He didn't
t-shirt,
know
man.
shit.
Something is real fishy going on, man.
Yeah.
No,
Next
he
five?
will come after us then.
Yeah. Oh man. You see how he went at the Alabama?
Yeah, about the barbershop. Like, come on, Brian. Like,
You the only person with a barbershop that
Come on,
talk?
Brian. Bro.
Come on, Brian.
Yeah, come on, Brian.
Like
on, man.
even trademark, and even when you trademark, they don't let you do stuff like that. Like words that are common, or like just regular common words, they don't let you trademark nothing like barbershop or nothing like that. Like
trademarking now.
What they do? They did let him.
Hello, trademark,
Y'all
hello.
remember Fiend from No Limit?
Yeah.
You know he trademarked Tree.com and got paid like $2 million.
sheesh.
Get out of here.
Yeah, Fiend.
He early on. He did it early on.
Yeah, he got paid for it like
Yeah,
3 years
bro.
ago. Tree.com.
So they ain't no real rules about it.
Tree.com.
Yeah,
www.tree.com.
domains is that's why that's another conversation, but the NFT space, boy. That's why it's gonna be like the domain space.
Oh, that's why the Washington football team can't find a name. Because everybody
own it.
Everybody own
Everybody
as soon
own
as
everything.
well, no, a bunch of people picked a bunch of names that
Absolutely,
that they would have picked.
Yeah, they got people out there buying.
And they went and bought up all the domains and was
Absolutely.
like charging them like $3 and $4 million. They said if you want the name, $3 million.
Get the people to $3 million. Y'all got it.
Dan Snyder ain't
Well,
coming off that money like
I'll
that.
call
man.
myself the Washington people, boy. Ain't nobody got
Nobody got that.
Washington people.
The Washington people.
The people of Washington.
No,
But we still never talked about the fight though.
Well,
Yeah.
it really
So-
wasn't. It really the dude.
How much did the dude got like almost $1 million fine?
Yeah, it was like
Almost
like
$1 million,
950,000.
yeah.
Bro, that's a crazy fine for somebody who
Yeah.
only make like $3 million.
But I ain't gonna lie. But if you
he only make like $3 million though.
30 on
hey,
money.
you got
Before taxes.
Hey, Gilbert Arenas the one that said it, bro. Y'all just saw
Oh,
the
Gil?
y'all saw the post
Don't
Gilbert
chill,
Arenas?
Gil? Oh, that
Gil
boy
was
crazy,
like,
boy.
I just want to let you know, bro, you done messed with the wrong one. There's a couple people you don't fight in the NBA.
Yeah.
Yes.
He's saying the King is one of them.
That's why they named him the
He's talking about pack your bags. You about to be in Serbia.
Don't chill, Gil.
And you know she's real quiet about it too, and they probably reprimanded him for that. Not just that doggone fine is a reprimand.
Yeah, so that's
enough.
Yeah,
But-
that's enough.
But they had the conversation, and they even asked Brian, like, Brian, you talked to me? Like, nah, I ain't talked to him.
Shout out Beefy.
Oh
Man, that nickname.
Don't do it, Doug. Don't do
man.
it, Doug.
Hey, Doug.
Dante, man, come on, man.
This man want to be.
Hey, before we go there,
Come on, man.
Before we go there, before we go
That
there,
text string was hilarious that night, bro.
hey,
Mute this
before we go
man,
there,
Mike, man.
hey, Dante, before we go there, please explain. No, they need to have the origin of the story about beef stew. So please
So
elaborate.
number one, he want to be the next Ben Wallace, right?
Dante Cochran, please elaborate.
He want to be the next Ben Wallace, right? Nah, you can take it. You can take it. I just do the research. I'm the research and development part of the pod.
This is about to get out of control, people.
Dante Cochran, you up
So
there?
that's one of the reasons why he got angry with the blood. That's one reason why he acted.
No,
the way
he got angry for
acted.
something else.
That's one reason why he did
Yeah.
that, because he wants to be the next Ben Wallace for them. So he
Yeah.
has to have that persona. They've been pumping him up for a whole year for this persona. Then they gave him a great nickname.
That's what really triggered it. He realized.
So
Wait a minute.
what's the nickname, Dante?
First of all, what's his real name? Seriously.
Isaiah Stewart.
Stewart.
Where he from?
Isaiah Stew.
College.
So his nickname is Beef Stew.
Man,
They got T-shirts.
they got T-shirts with the camel.
T-shirts. Beef stew night at the arena.
Oh man. And so we might as well go ahead and get it started.
You on the block.
Because I said I'm not about to let another man call me beef.
Right.
You're about to call me beef. Pause.
Beef.
Beef.
So they got shirts that say Detroit style beef stew.
Oh man, and he's embracing this.
He's embracing the beef. Pause.
He's embracing the beef.
He's embracing the beef.
Yeah. He's wearing T-shirts.
He's happy. He opened his jacket. He doing like
He's
this.
happy.
He's happy.
Like Superman. Like
He's happy.
He getting paid.
Yep.
I guess he getting paid off of it.
I guess.
So like, it was like Montreal Beefy Thompson. Like Montreal. Hey, Montreal, bro. That name, like the way it rhymes, Montreal Beefy Thompson.
Bro,
That's like, hey, bro, Montreal Beefy Thompson. Hey, swag, bro. You got to. Hey, not swag. Hey, swag. Nope. Swag.
Man, cut this out, man.
Nope.
Edit this,
Hey,
please.
swag. Hey, swag.
I ain't got nothing to do with this.
Oh my God.
Hey, swag, bro.
Oh my God.
You done got me twice, bro, on the podcast with Dan McFadden and a bunch of other stuff. You done got me twice. You done clipped it and everything. So when episode 21 drops,
I'm gonna make me a shirt for the next episode.
his name needs to be Montreal Beefy Thompson.
No, man, I'm sitting next to this man.
They don't matter.
Nah, bro, we ain't doing that. I got a wife and a kid, man.
know.
I ain't sitting next to you.
Hey, you gonna be
about?
Oh, you sitting at the beef?
you next to Beefy?
I got a wife and kid. I can't do that.
That's gonna be Will Hot Stew Lambert. Will Hot Stew Lambert. Hey, Angel. Hey, come here.
This is my wife and everything. This is my wallet, man.
Will Hot Stew Lambert.
Hey, who else you calling you hot?
What you call it? But who is Hot Stew, boy? Who is Hot Stew? Will Hot Stew Lambert. Oh, bro. We got Montreal Beefy Thompson, Will Hot Stew Lambert.
Hey, son.
Oh, gosh, bro.
Son, I love you, son. I ain't got no part to this, you know. That's your boy does with that. Son, I appreciate it. I ain't got nothing to do with no hot stew and beef stew, none of that.
Dante Jalapeno Peppers Perkins.
I'm done, man. Show over. It's over.
My God.
So, hey, man, thank y'all for tuning in to episode 2.
I mean, that's funny, bro.
Dante Jalapeno Peppers Perkins.
What is going on?
Jalapeno poppers.
Jalapeno Peppers Perkins.
Oh, man. Hey, bro, you know the sad thing here, that's going to go viral on TikTok.
We clipping that.
Let's go. Now do it. We'll take it for the team. Let's go.
Oh my gosh, we got Montreal Beefy
let's take
Thompson,
one for the
Will
team.
Hot Stew Lambert, and
man.
Dante Jalapeno Peppers Perkins.
You'll notice he didn't give himself a name.
What we gonna come on? Y'all gotta come up with something, bro.
Hey, I'm good. Hey, bro, Arnie, Arnie, look.
Dip sauce done, man.
I have no parts in this. Oh, man.
I ain't gonna lie.
You started all this.
No,
You started all this,
That's
man.
bad.
Dip sauce done. You don't like that one?
No, bro.
Oh, man.
No, bro. That's the worst, bro.
Beefy sauce.
No, man.
Bro, at least like beef stew, bro. At least that's something like it's protein, right? You know what I'm saying? Like beefy, like hot stew.
It's because no.
Nah, bro, it's
Hot
protein.
stew is not cool.
Jalapeno pepper
My name
Perkins.
is Will.
That means
That's
he on fire, right?
No, bro.
I'm a dipping sauce. You brought
this upon yourself.
No, I'm a dipping sauce.
I'm trying to find some. Duck soup. Duck soup.
No. I'm a duck now. I'm a straight duck out here now. I'm a duck out here now.
I'm trying to find one.
I'm a straight duck.
I'm trying to find one, y'all. Come on,
I told y'all in the show.
Nah,
I told y'all in the show, man. We should have ended the show.
I'm a duck out here
We should have ended the
now.
show, man.
We trying to find one, bro. We trying to find one.
Nah. Nope. It's done, bro. Hey, swag. Hey, swag.
This is a better one.
It's
Hey, Dinner Bell Doug.
Oh. No.
That's a better one, bro.
No, he gonna eat. No, none of this is cool.
They're not helping me, Doug. Come on, Swag. I'm trying to find one, bro.
No. Hey, you know what it is, bro? You know what happened, bro? First off, stop. Because I gave one nickname. I gave one nickname. Now you had three nicknames.
You gave one nickname to three people, though.
I'm about to take it to church. Yeah. And it should be given to you.
Bro, Dinner Bell Doug, bro. Dinner Bell Doug.
So y'all see what? That's why I said in the group message. He should have got hit like that just for having that nickname, bro. Just for having that nickname, he should have got hit.
He should have got hit in the face. He should have got hit in the face for having beef.
Like, come on, bro.
The fact that you've been letting people call you beefy, you needed to be.
Come on, man. You need it. No, man. He needed a little straightening. He needed a little straightening, man. Bro, that's it.
That's funny,
I think that's funny.
Ooh, that's funny, man. Did y'all? So let's go back. Do y'all think the suspension for Brown was warranted?
I don't. Yeah, man.
Yeah, I think they had. It's a flagrant foul.
I think they had to do it.
And didn't Kobe do the same thing? 15 years before that? Yeah. Same night or something like that against the same team. Mm-hmm. Same situation happened. So
it's always Detroit, huh?
It's always a Malice in the Palace.
Oh man, that's funny.
You know who else be having a lot of problems like that, man? Tiger Woods, bro. And I really don't know if Tiger Woods gonna actually make a great comeback. He had one of the best careers ever.
And the comeback, that last Masters he won, that was great.
Yeah. Second most majors ever won in history.
Do y'all think it should have been it? Y'all think he should have hung it up after that one?
After the second accident?
No.
Oh.
I think he should stop driving cars.
Yeah. You're a billionaire, bro. You're a billionaire. Get a driver.
But he comes back. We don't think he's going to win that. He comes back and win the Masters. Mm-hmm. Get that green coat. Time to hang it up. Leave out on top.
No, he was going after the record. Yeah. He promised.
Where's he at on that right now? I don't know.
I think he need one more.
One or two.
One or two more to pass.
Maybe one to tie and another one to pass.
Yeah. He's saying that stuff at the press conference that he's not playing for it to keep the hopes down, so he don't look bad if he don't do it. He's playing for him.
That's all. What else is there to do? What more money he going to get?
Hey, this man say he ain't worried about that. He said because he almost lost his leg.
He recouped almost all the endorsements after the first thing with his wife, with his ex-wife. I'm sorry.
Yeah, and it's how ironic it was that she hit him in the head with a club.
Who still can't talk about it and can't write no book about it.
She can't?
No. She gag order for life. She done.
Okay.
NDA.
She got paid enough for it.
Yeah, she did.
She's paid.
Then she married a billionaire.
All right.
I guess somebody to make one of them little the Hallmark movies and be like with a different name on there and be like, yeah,
lion.
But that was the funny thing.
Lion instead of tiger.
That was the funniest on SNL. But Keenan Thompson, when he had the golf club over his head and that's making fun of him, that was the funniest Saturday Night Live episode, bro.
I have never seen somebody dominate a profession like that before, though. And didn't have all these peaks and valleys in their career because of off the field stuff. Like I can understand if your game, went up and down, but man, you running into the trees, you running off the cliffs.
Stay away from right.
Like I ain't never seen nothing like
this. Get a driver and stay away from them.
Get a driver, maybe not the one in your bag.
Maybe that's how you stay humble.
Get a driver.
Keep him humble.
Maybe that's what keep him humble. I'm gonna drive myself around and not get a driver.
What do you need to be humble for?
I don't know.
He's Tiger Woods.
I'm trying to give him the benefit of the doubt, Will.
How?
Y'all think he's gonna be anywhere?
No.
Is it? It's a wrap.
No, not after that, man. You almost literally lost your leg.
Yeah.
We've seen people come try to like Chad,
Yeah, Chad, man. Shout out Chad.
Shout out Chad, man.
Shout out Chad, man. Try to get Chad on the pod, dude.
Trying to come back like that's metal and
he got metal or something. He got in his leg for real.
Yeah.
Oh dang, well.
Has bolts and metals and you can't move. I mean, you can't do what you need
Range
to do.
Of motion.
So imagine his mental space too.
Yeah,
imagine the mental space of being on top of the world, having all the endorsements, having all of you basically running Nike Golf. You running that.
Absolutely.
And then it's like all of that get taken away for car accidents, bro. It's like
he's actually somebody I'm like we talk a lot about on the pod. Having an identity outside of sports. He's somebody I worry about.
Yeah.
Who, Tiger?
Yeah.
I was thinking that just now, but I didn't say nothing. But I was thinking about that.
Since a little boy, that's all he's done.
That's been his identity. His daddy put it on him.
And he's supposed to play until he's like 70, 80 in the senior league. Yeah. So if he can't function in that,
come on, Evergreen.
Because he's supposed to do Phil Mickelson.
Yeah, come on the pod, man. We'll talk about it.
And I think even if y'all seen the movie King Richard.
Hadn't seen it yet.
Let's go watch it. Even with them, as far it's not me telling the movie, but even at a young age when they're playing tennis, their dad always kept things in perspective to let them have a childhood. Like, he was big on have a childhood. So that's why I think people like Serena and Venus, it wasn't so hard for them. Even like Venus, it wasn't hard for the transition when she kind of faded off. Even Serena now to transition.
That matters, bro.
Yeah, real life
stuff. It doesn't. So you obviously see Serena doing things business wise and stuff, and so she won a major pregnant. That's crazy to me.
That's nuts.
That's nuts.
That's nuts.
That's nuts.
You ran out there 3 months pregnant
and won.
Nuts.
And still had the baby.
Nuts.
Crazy.
So imagine if you lost to her in like the first round.
You lost to her and the baby.
Yeah, baby.
Yeah, you got 2
on 1.
You got 2 L's, 2 on 1. So imagine how you should feel. Like how much more practice you got to go do.
Right.
Like.
Oh, that's crazy.
That grind, man. That grind. Serious.
Man, speaking of redemption, like I don't know why I'm talking about this, but I saw something today on not I Am Athletes podcast, but the I Am Women podcast, and Michael Vick's wife on there, right?
Yeah, she do be on there, right.
Yeah, and she was just talking about she just was very open how she said let me tell y'all something. We had a lot of money. She said when I say a lot of money. A lot of money.
$100 million contract. First $100 million contract.
She's like, when he went to jail, she said the court fees, she just saw it dwindling, and had bad investments and everything like that. She said when Mike got out of prison, she said their account was literally in negative.
Yep.
Wow.
And so I'm thinking like mentally, and that's why like people like Mike Vick to me is somebody who should be, I think, even celebrated more outside of what he did, like as far as a football player, because that takes a different type of human being.
Yeah. Right? Come back.
You're like, you get $100 million, but you come out and you at least see your bank account and it's on negative. Like mentally, who normally comes back from that?
Right.
You know what I mean?
That's true. Signed another $100 million contract.
Yes.
Nah, because them investors, remember the housing market went down some years back? They were jumping off of cliffs and stuff, jumping in front of trains and stuff like that. Like you can't come back from losing.
And it's coming again. Hey, I'm a real estate guy. Right. It's coming again.
They didn't
be ready.
And they didn't, like I said, he didn't lose his mental state. You know what I mean? Like you wake up on top of the world, then you have no money, all your money gone. But just have the perseverance to go baback in there, like you said, get another $100 million deal.
Nope.
Yeah, I saw that when he said he signed a contract. He said, "I'm good. I'm straight. I don't need. I'm good."
Right.
You know what I mean?
And then look at all the stuff he's doing now after playing.
That's what I'm saying.
Like so, he on Fox.
He on Fox.
He got his own podcast.
Yeah, the story's gonna be a good one to watch.
Yeah, man.
It's gonna be a good one to good documentary.
And he came from the bottom. Like he came. He really came from the bottom, bro.
Yeah.
Newport News, Virginia.
Bad news.
Bad news. Ain't nothing going on out there but some.
Wait, so the housing market? What you say?
We'll talk about it after the show. We'll just get prepared.
Hey, this Evergreen.
Yeah, man. Get prepared though. All I'm saying is get ready to make your moves.
Oh yeah.
I'm not saying it's gonna be bad for you.
You want to know who?
It's gonna be bad for other people.
Yeah,
Just get ready to make your moves.
You better go in and
you want to know?
That's the time.
You want to know who making their moves right now? MLB players.
Ooh.
Yeah.
They signed
Major League
$200
Baseball.
million. Switching teams.
So what's up with the lockout? What's the deal with our song talking about? Is almost inevitable.
Yeah, they about to go into labor talks for the collective bargaining agreement for baseball. It's very well known that Major League Baseball has one of, if not the strongest union in all of sports.
Correct.
Just all of sports. Period.
Right.
Because they did what they were supposed to do from the beginning. They stayed together, number one, but they made it easy to stay together because the players pay into the union so they can pay out to the players in times of need like this. So they have the backing. They have they basically have like an endowment like these universities have to pay these coaches.
Why don't
they have an endowment to pay out to the players during times where they got to hold out? They give
with the question. I got the answer.
When I hear stuff like that, I don't want to hear nobody complain about their union or what the union can or can't do, because if you see it done, then you take the formula.
Follow the blueprint.
I don't understand.
Ego.
Yep, that's one of them. That's one of the things. That's definitely one of them.
And if you have a winning formula, like you said in Major League Baseball, why would you go out if you're the NFL and go hire your own guy who ain't got nothing to do with the Major League Baseball. I would go hire somebody who's in second in command from Major League Baseball
exactly.
union and make number one from my NFL union.
Exactly.
But ego.
Right.
We're gonna find somebody better. We're gonna do it better.
Because as it's been found out with DeMaurice Smith that there's been some strong suspicions and some evidence toward those strong suspicions that he is in the pocket of the NFL.
Yes,
which may be why
from Jump Street. That's why they got they got bent over the barrel in the last CBA.
But the players got to stand up though.
Exactly,
that's true.
The players got to stand up. Major League Baseball players stand up. Man, there's cats on these lists I ain't never heard of before, man.
Yeah,
like I know who Javi Baez is because I watch baseball.
Yeah.
So I agree with him getting $100 million. But there's cats on this list. So tell me if you ever heard of Larry Garcia.
Nope.
Roberto Perez.
I got a cousin named Larry.
Joey Wendell.
Nope.
No.
I can't even say this dude's name. So I'm going to just skip down to Adam Duvall. You ever heard of Adam Duvall?
I know Duval County.
Guess what? He played for the Braves. Just won a championship. You ain't never heard of him.
Never heard of him.
How much he got paid?
Bags.
Bag.
Oh, dude.
They got a bag about 40. About 40. Just walked out the gate with 40.
So a lot of these players are signing these contracts now
Corey Singer, shortstop.
in preparation for the lockout.
You heard him?
Yeah, I heard him.
You heard how much he got?
No.
325.
1,000?
No, 325 million guaranteed. You should have played baseball. Huh?
Man, that's a lot, man. We should have did.
Swing a golf club, swing a tennis racket.
Catch a baseball.
Something, bro.
That's interesting, man.
Very interesting.
I got one more question.
What you got, Beefy?
Oh, Lord.
Beef stew?
Back.
Hey, hold on.
That's what happens when we take a couple weeks off, man.
I call him at dinner time, bro.
That's what happens when we take a couple weeks off.
Before you jump in, man. Hey, look. One of the things, one of my favorite follows on Twitter is Lane Kiffin.
Oh, man.
I don't even follow that man. Let me go follow that man, bro.
He
funny, bro.
trolls so hard when stuff starts kicking up in college football.
Yes.
Because when LSU, when Lincoln Riley, the night Lincoln Riley, when they broke the news that he was going to USC,
What he did?
he took a picture and posted it of the Louisiana license plate on the back of a car and tweeted it out with no context.
Then 2 hours later,
Then 2 hours later, did the same thing.
He took a found a picture of the Caesar Superdome.
Yeah, like, you stupid, bro.
Bro.
Dude, wildin', man.
What license plate was that?
I don't know.
Is that illegal?
Hey, it might have been Cujo's license plate. You never know. Shout out to Lane Kiffin, man. Is he gonna get one of these jobs that's open?
I think you're gonna go to Miami.
They fired that boy? Diaz?
I've heard it's a bleep show down there.
Oh, yeah.
With their board of directors.
Oh. I don't
And
know if Lane
I
wants to go down.
think one of the big wigs down there.
I don't know. Lane need to be in Miami. No way, man.
He was in Miami.
Oh no!
With the other school?
Yeah, with FAU. He was
in Miami.
I'm sorry. Yeah, FAU. Yeah, that's where he was.
They don't have the resources. They don't put money in their program.
But they got all them alumni.
They do, but
Hey man, that's another key thing too, man. HBCU alumni, HWCU alumni, y'all need to do something. Some of these schools is lacking too much for all of these players y'all putting out in baseball, football, basketball. There's no reason for y'all schools to be lacking that much and have these terrible facilities. That's one of the reasons why Coach Kelly left, man. Coach Kelly said that he didn't have they didn't have a real training area at Notre Dame.
An
area for his players to get the treatments taped up and stuff like that.
Why at Notre Dame? Why don't they have a training at Notre Dame?
It could be
what
built
you were saying
tomorrow.
earlier, they just don't want to do certain things. So all of these schools, man, HBCUs, HWCUs, y'all need to start doing something.
You know, some of these schools, a lot of the education parts of the schools, they still think like the sports is like stupid. They still think that don't make no sense. Like they still don't give it like the respect that it should. You see what I'm saying? Like they still like whatever. We don't even have to have a team.
Right.
Yeah.
So, you know what I'm saying? I think it's because of those endowments. Some of them still feel like that, and that's why. That's why I'm like, that's crazy.
You gotta start doing something.
So Southern this past week, put out a plan that they're building. They're supposedly investing $800 million into athletics. Gonna build a brand new facility right outside the stadium.
Now, see, when you,
and a new parking garage.
So when you sent that in the group, I was like dumbfounded by it, right?
I'm trying to figure out.
Like, so how is a football facility in a parking lot worth $800 million?
Right. No, first of all, where's it coming from?
Forget where it come from. If they get it, why are you spending $800 million on a football facility and one parking garage?
All right.
That's what I thought about.
So LSU new facility 2 years ago was only $30 million.
Right.
LSU new facility 2 years ago, it was $30 million.
I know.
Why is Southern paying $800 for?
They not, bro.
These are the questions that need answering.
Hey, bro.
These are the questions that need answering.
Don't send me no letter asking for no money right now. I'm telling y'all right now, Jaguar Nation, do not send me no money. I'm not sending no money in.
They just got eligibility back, and they gonna lose as soon as the $800 million.
And they
$800 million
for a football facility and one parking garage.
So I didn't read it. I just thought $800 million. I'm thinking is
I thought it was a new school. That's a whole new school, bro. $800 million.
That's almost a B, bro.
Yeah,
because here's what I'm confused.
Where is that money coming from? Like, forget what I don't know what y'all talking about. I'm still.
So here's what I'm confused about. So some of the details is that it was gonna have a locker room for women's volleyball. Now, if you know Southern Campus, okay, where the football stadium is and where FG Clark Assembly Center is it's a nice little walk across the campus to get there. So why would you put the women's and not invest some of this free fall of money that I don't know, like we said, we don't know where it's coming from. But why wouldn't you invest that in FG Clark?
I say, bro, listen, I do real estate.
You hold enough
I do renovations
and
every day.
everything.
I do real estate and I do renovations every day.
Right.
$800 million.
$800 million is a new school.
It's a skyscraper.
It is a school, not a building, not two. It is a whole university.
It's almost $1 billion.
How are they spending $800 million on a football facility in the parking garage in the women's locker room? Like,
they not.
Who's over that plan? Who approved that plan?
Where the rest of the money going?
Is this a smoke screen? Is this true?
But Dad, think about this.
Is this true? Is this true? Like, is it really? Is this like a smoke screen?
It's an HBCU. So even if they spend $20 million on it,
right?
Where the other 780 going?
All right.
Y'all want to go get a position?
No, I don't. Because somebody gonna come back on them. They going to jail,
bro.
Like somebody going to jail.
I don't know where it's coming from.
Bro, somebody going to jail, bro.
Like, cause like you said, you brought up a good point. Like LSU facility only cost $30 million,
and it was brand new, state of the art, with weight room, locker room, and new coaching staff, nutrition center, cafeteria, indoor facility got remade. Man. But you telling me they spending $800 on just that, and a parking garage?
Maybe,
nah, bro.
Maybe are they adding anything in the stadium?
I want that contract. I want that construction contract. Call me, man.
Is a school
real estate solution?
Is a school?
All right, so this is I can only.
Are they building up?
I can go all
around them.
I can only go off of.
What did it say?
This Facebook post that I was sent. All right. So Southern to undergo $800 million transformation, which includes an indoor practice facility. Okay. That's about $3 million.
Okay.
3-4 million.
That's a warehouse with football turf in the inside.
Bingo. So about 3-4 million. Unless they do the bubble dome,
which is cheaper.
Substantial new parking garage to handle game day crowds and students during the week.
What crowd?
About two.
I'm sorry,
man. Somebody. It's a typo, bro. It's a typo. They meant 80 or 8 million or something. Bro. It gotta be a typo. Bro.
Again, this is from FCS Fan Nation on on Facebook. You can look it up.
That's a typo, man.
Read it for yourself.
It'll be $8 million.
We know how much money $8
So they put 2 zeros.
It's almost $1 billion.
What HBCU or any other school that ain't a power or whatever school?
$800 million. That can't be. Wait a minute. Let's go to WF.
In addition,
they got that Hurricane Ida money, huh?
In addition,
in
addition,
they got that Hurricane Ida money, man.
The athletics program needs additional locker rooms for tennis and volleyball, additional staff offices, and a sports Hall of Fame museum.
Bro, that's
still not even approaching. That's not even approaching $100 million.
That's barely 40. If you do it at the level of Alabama or somebody.
The vision for the future of this for the future is to construct a 2,000 car parking garage in the existing surface along Swan Street. This parking garage will feature a rooftop restaurant, a terrace facing the stadium and the Mississippi River beyond. Directly south of this structure will be a first-class indoor practice facility and separate parking along Harding Boulevard. Finally, the vision includes an addition to Mumford Stadium.
What they gonna do? Add 100,000?
They're gonna close it. They're gonna close it in. They're gonna close it in.
They need to put a dome on it for 800. It should be like the Caesars, if you retractable roof, roll out turf.
How long is
like
this
how they got in Houston with the Texans?
How long is this gonna take?
Lifetime. 800 million. It's a lifetime, man.
I'm surprised like people ain't throwing a fit.
Your kids might go there.
Which makes it more suspicious.
If they spend 800 million on that, my kid ain't going there. I already know what y'all doing.
I already know what y'all doing.
Like I already know what y'all doing.
I ain't no way, bro.
Nah, man.
So there it is.
There's no way.
That's a whole new.
I'll text it to y'all so y'all can see it for yourself.
Yeah, they lying. Gotta be.
800 million? No, that can't be right. Because somebody would have had somebody having an uproar right now. Southern got
somebody had LSU.
But Bayou Class, Southern get the enemy. Bayou Class would have told them this.
Bayou Class would have been different, yeah.
But I ain't even watched the Bayou Class.
Listen, look.
I was in and out on it.
It's just, man, bro. It's honestly, and look, I know people like. I want to be kind of mindful because I don't want to knock like the players in general because I do think they have some good players. Mm-hmm. Out there they do.
Jordan Lewis
is going to be an NFL prospect. One of the guys in the foundation.
They got kids that's trying.
Yeah, he's a freshman.
They got kids that got hard and they putting in the work.
That's Southern right now, which he probably should be playing. But honestly, it was like watching both of them. Like I was watching in the car in St. Aug.
I think Carl get him.
Yeah,
for real talk. I really do think in the car.
And that's no diss. That's actually like kudos to in the car. Like you look, I was watching like in the car, and I don't know, like if in the car come out and have a game plan,
they get them.
They get them. Yeah, get them. Cause kids are in the car going to big schools.
Yep.
They ain't going to like Doug said. Ain't knocking the Southern
right. They ain't going to right.
Yeah, they
getting high recruits.
Yeah, they getting.
So what is it, man?
So like the seventh or eighth best player on call team going to Southern Grambling. Yeah. The 7th or 8th best player on their team.
Right.
But I'm telling y'all, bro.
I think they'll get them.
But like Southern with Pete Richardson, we not having this conversation. I'm not saying they look like in the car. Those Southern teams,
they was getting the best player on in the call team.
Yeah, like those Southern teams. I'm sure I don't know if you're Mr. Southern game.
No, I remember.
Those Southern teams, bro. Like that's what this. We not dissing.
Juice Williams.
That's why they never want to play LSU back then.
They did. Yeah. Like I'm not dissing Southern because I know the past history of those Southern football teams. Like them dudes was like the real deal.
Maybe it's what you're saying about like Trev. Or maybe it's what you're saying about getting another coach in there.
A lot of this
and revamping the energy that was there. You know what I'm saying? And
they need a complete image makeover.
Absolutely.
Because look at the image makeover Jackson State just went under, and they went 10-1.
Hold on. How many years? It's been 2 years. 2 years, bro.
It's been 1 year actually.
Been 1 year
because they played earlier this year.
Right.
And
so their season was earlier this year.
And Deion been out most of the second season.
Staff, man.
No, bro. But what that tells me too is how easy it would be to turn around if you did it the right way. You get what I'm saying? Yeah. Like some of these other schools, like we name some of the bigger schools, they may be hard to turn around because the powers that be or whatever. Ain't no powers that be like that. Yeah. If you just let them do what they doing, how easy it'll be to turn around if you had the right people in place.
Because even like in Jackson State, you just tell a difference. Like them dudes look different in their uniform.
Man, come on, man.
What?
You saw Deion won coach of the year.
Yep.
Shador won freshman of the year. And the other dude
went 10-1 in the SWAC.
The newcomer of the year was one of their linebackers
playing for the SWAC championship.
And linebacker good though.
And as soon as the news broke with Brian Kelly, if you go watch the Notre Dame Player podcast, they say the Jackson State players was texting them. Won't y'all just transfer to Jackson State with us?
Sheesh.
That's what they mind at right now.
Because they played with them in high school.
Yeah.
So you got kids that play with the same kids that Notre Dame at Jackson State.
This is what I always said. If there was a group of kids that were highly recruited that decided to go to one place together. I thought about this in basketball. It'd be easy in basketball probably, but in football, there was a group of kids that say, you know what, we about to go all in on this school, whatever. Man, that'll be nuts.
Yeah, all 25 with the new recruits.
Just go.
Top 100 players.
Because think about it for a minute. We're talking about exposure, right? we're talking about exposure, right? Think about if they did that and they went to somewhere like Jackson State, right? And then they go play a Power 5 school and like give them a run.
Put them on schedule.
If you put them on schedule, you know what I'm saying? Give them a run. I'll beat them.
It's May early. You got to back out. They ain't gonna back out.
That's true.
You know what I'm saying? And I'll beat them. Like that's history.
Yeah. I think
like y'all be some of the most famous players that ever played like college football.
Ever. You're right. You got a point.
But you got to get a collective a group of people.
And I want them to be successful. I know we're going to be talking about like in the car and they look like in the car stuff, but honestly, like deep down, like I want them to be successful. I want the product to be good because if the product good, it's better for everybody.
Right.
Like you can't keep putting it out there over and over again and thinking you're going to get different results because you're not. And so don't say that you are at a disadvantage when you're not putting yourself in a position to be in an advantage. Like this $800 million.
Like, they should have squashed that.
Man, I'm not even about to let myself say that no more, man.
But you do got a point though, because Deion said that he said he not doing the swag stuff next year if he stay there.
Right.
He said he going to the Division II playoffs.
Yeah.
Cause fam, you just did it.
They did.
You just did it.
They got smashed,
but they did it.
But
you got to start somewhere, man.
Yeah.
You got to start somewhere.
That's some long bus rides, man.
It is. At least they had to go too far. Oh, no. Wait for FAMU.
FAMU.
I'm sorry. I don't know what I was talking about. To Walker?
And where did they stay?
The Crown Plaza.
Yeah. It's in Baton Rouge.
And then still had to drive an hour to the game.
Yeah, hour to the game at least. 45 minutes.
Then 8 hours home. 8, 9 hours.
So they don't fly, obviously. They take buses.
Yeah, they take buses. HBCUs take buses.
Yeah, they gotta like. I'm like Deion, like go to the playoffs.
Go to the playoffs.
Yeah.
If you get beat, cool.
Yeah, well, at least you win.
At least you got something. You got something to build on.
Absolutely.
Because like
move the Bayou Classic a week earlier.
Why?
Move
the Bayou Classic.
Move it up a week in the season.
And put it at Southern and Grambling as a home game.
Right.
Stop putting it in.
But don't tell me. If you do that, that shows me that you really don't care about progress in the university.
Let me tell you something. I opened up Instagram and Facebook, and the amount of posts that I saw of people going to the Battle of the Bands and people going to the Bayou Classic and getting dressed up and they making a whole weekend out of it. And it's like, it's the Super Bowl. Like they were, the amount of people that I saw doing it, they will never move the Bayou Classic. And I'm with y'all, they not gonna move it. They love it. They love it. They love that more than progress. They love it.
Dog, this is the only thing
they love it, bro.
This is what I'm getting at, though. You move it to Saturday before, it is still
Dante, I'm telling you, bro. It's like it's something.
It's having a week off before the Bayou Classic versus having the week off after the Bayou Classic.
I agree with you 100%. They want that Thanksgiving, Black Friday, Battle of the Bands, Bayou Classic.
But it's the game itself making money. That's what I'm talking about. The city making money.
That's what I'm saying. Look, okay, so because of the way my TV situation is set up,
yeah, right.
I found what channel that Southern Grambling was on.
Yeah, but it was
NBCSN.
Yeah.
All right.
NBC. It used to be on NBC.
Used to be on NBC. NBC National. Nationwide. Cool. That was cool. I understand why you're gonna go in the dome. I understand why, because that's the payoff. That's the payoff for having it that week. That's the payoff for having it on NBC that week. They're usually showing Notre Dame games.
So the audience is there.
The audience is there. You got a built-in audience. You got a built-in national audience. They stick you on the NBCSN. You could have it at home, and you don't have to pay. You ain't got to have it. You ain't got to pay SMG for the dome, Caesars for the dome.
Yeah,
you know you you can have it at home. And just make it homecoming part 2. Like
that's what I feel.
Just make it homecoming part 2.
Just rotate it. So all these other schools have rivalry games, right? And they all at home games.
That's true.
And then the next week they go like whatever the trophy is, they just bring it to the other people's stadium every year.
When Southern played Jackson State. When they go up to Jackson, or when Jackson come down here, the stadium is packed.
It is.
And then people travel. People travel for that too.
It's the same amount of people that it's the same amount of people is in the Superdome, and they make the Superdome look empty. They can't even show the upper deck because ain't nobody up there.
That Superdome was so light, bro. I heard somebody having a conversation on TV.
You heard the conversation.
I heard the conversation. Yeah, from the stands. While watching, I heard the conversation.
You did better than me. I wasn't watching.
No, no, I heard the conversation. That's how many people did. Like, come on, man. We have to do better. When I say we, y'all know exactly what I'm talking about. Like, we have to do better, man, because you're doing a disservice. Number one, you're doing a disservice to the students. You know, that's the main thing.
Did they have their name on the back? I ain't watched the game, so did they have their name on the back?
No, they were.
You know what's funny about
So
this
they
situation?
still ain't putting their name on the back.
Right.
You know what's funny about situations like this? It's always just a one or two people.
Grambling just had typos on the back.
Yeah.
It's only this decision of one or two people. There's a handful of people making the decision.
I know.
Yeah.
The situation like this is always a handful of people.
you want-
Stop. I really want the game not to be in New Orleans because I'm tired of the traffic. Like, like it's ridiculous amount of traffic for no reason for a game I'm not gonna even watch.
Right.
Like,
Game ain't nobody watching.
go home. Go home, man.
Oh, bro.
It was high school games that day better. Like real talk.
Yeah, I know.
Like real talk. Like it was Brother Martin and Jesuit. Mm-hmm. Like it was real game.
Real game.
They probably had more fans.
Real games.
Like it was a tag only.
Oh man.
Sold out.
Then the uniform sellers were wearing were terrible.
Terrible.
What is that color combination?
Terrible, man. Man, the powder blues and gold, bro. From when I was young, them powder blues, nasty.
Nasty.
I don't know what this gray and
Grambling have on red.
no, they had it on the gold. Gold with the red outline and the black numbers.
Should have wore the red and black, man. See?
Here's what it is, bro.
Oh, man,
I got one. Go ahead, bro. I'm just about to jump, bro. I'm jumping to one more subject, bro.
No, they should have hired us, bro.
They should have, bro.
They 800 million. They might.
We come with a high price though.
Yeah.
800 million.
You doggone right.
Yeah.
They want a 10th. Hey, NFL. Let me get out here real quick. NFL, Odell to LA.
Mm-hmm.
What y'all think so far? 2 games.
I mean, I ain't really been.
Game changer now.
Matthew Stafford actually been looking worse.
Yeah.
Here's my
So
thing.
I don't know if he force feeding them or what. Trying to force feed them.
I think for a former number 1 overall pick, Matthew Stafford receives some of the lightest criticism.
Bro, you are not lying.
Of any
bro.
quarterback.
But you think because Detroit?
Detroit.
Yeah, because he paid his penance in Detroit.
He paid his penance. But purgatory.
But to have some of these, to have Cooper Kupp, now Odell Beckham, had Woods until he got injured.
Running back situation great over there too.
Right.
They got the back.
And
they defense raw.
Yeah.
And you still staring down receivers and throwing picks. I think he even had 3 straight games with a pick 6.
Yeah. I think it's a combination of him and the coach though.
Okay.
I really don't think Sean McVay is.
With everybody.
Yeah, you know.
Like Dennis Green said one time,
Yeah.
he is who we thought he was.
Hey, y'all heard what Devontae Adams told
yeah, I saw that.
Switch jersey? He
Yeah,
told
I
me
saw
Cooper
that.
Cup jersey.
Yeah, I saw that.
The disrespect is strong in it.
Strong.
One more question. Are the Patriots for real?
Yes. Nah, he ain't got to answer me. No follow.
I'm never gonna bet against him because of their coach.
Yep.
The same situation we just talked about with the Rams. I don't never trust the Rams coach.
I trust Bill Belichick.
That'll be
I never.
crazy if Tom Brady wins the Super Bowl last year and then Belichick come back and win in the Super Bowl this year.
I'm gonna say the NFL rigged.
Gotta be.
Gotta say the NFL rigged. If that happened, ain't no ifs, ands, or buts about it. Rigged.
Gotta be.
That make too much sense, man.
So I think even with the Cam Newton situation, they obviously released him because of he didn't follow protocol.
Right.
But I think they released him because of what they saw in Mac Jones.
Yeah.
Cam got benched the other day too.
He did.
And that's my team.
He should have got
That's
benched.
my team.
He should have got benched.
I think Belichick, the way Belichick let him
for
go,
real.
like
Yeah,
Belichick didn't say like we release him because we think Mac Jones is better. Like I think he kind of gave him kind of like a respect a little bit.
I think everybody like Cam. I think people legitimately like Cam. Like his teammates, none of his teammates ever complain about it. It's media basically that.
He's genuinely a good dude.
He's a good dude.
He's a good dude.
He's a good dude, bro. Like and a lot of things with his play, you know, like people be forgetting, bro. Like this man rolled a Humvee over on top of his entire body and survived and came out of that.
Yeah.
Man had COVID last year and he was playing good before.
He was playing good,
and then he came back and
They playing real good before that with nothing.
Good.
And that's
Nobody.
But like y'all acting like COVID ain't.
Right,
out
right.
y'all. Like
They really do.
Right. Trying to breathe.
They get in the protocol.
right. So I mean, and you know, now you go from sitting at home for a minute to trying to hop up and play. Then you know, it's gonna take some time to kick some rust off.
Yeah, I respect.
You ain't go through no training camp with them.
I respect what the owner did though.
Yeah.
They got a real relationship.
Yeah.
So to bring him back like that,
Yeah,
I really
absolutely.
respect. We ain't even talking about that. Like I really respect
Yeah,
that.
he a real, and he went the minority. Huh? He a minority owner. Is it the Carolina? No, which one I'm talking about? I'm
talking about Jacksonville.
Jacksonville got a minority owner, and
Yeah,
Packers.
he need to sell. I don't care if you're a minority or not. He need to sell. He ain't doing nothing with that franchise.
Yeesh.
He hired Urban Meyer.
So does Cam?
Throw this man to college schools,
Does Cam
man.
need to just pack it up at the end of this year?
I think if he go
Backup
through,
quarterback?
I think if he go through a training camp with
Yeah, I
somebody,
think
he'll be
he'll
all
be
right.
Is he gonna sit there and be a backup?
At this point, I don't think he mind, bro.
There's 32 teams in the NFL. Will Cam Newton start at the New Orleans Saints?
Yes, he would.
My point exactly. There's no reason to give it up this year.
Okay, I'm talking about 2-3 teams right now.
Okay. Yeah. He would start on talent, yes. But with Sean Payton, no.
Yeah, the system and personalities.
Well, no, Sean Payton just loves Taysom Hill. He is on a mission to prove that Taysom Hill is
going to drive him in the ground.
Betting against him every week. Telling y'all right.
Every week with the points.
Banging the numbers. Bank account growing every week, man. Evergreen in that bank account right now.
I think we got it all out, bro.
You got it, man.
We got it all done, man. So much to talk about, man.
2 hours.
Well, this has been episode 21. This has been a good one, guys.
This is great.
Got anything else you want to say, Doug?
Might be 21 and 22.
It's been 3 weeks, though. It's been about 3 weeks.
It's been a
Doug
minute.
got something else you want to say, but what else you want to say, Doug? You done?
Thanks to you, and you. I don't even know if I want to even eat dinner anymore.
Wow, man. Dinner time.
Dinner time, Doug. Like I don't even know. Like I think I'm just gonna be a breakfast and lunch together.
That boy gonna be faster than that.
You're like, bro.
Gonna be Slim Doug in a minute.
Right, but Slim Doug. Hey, my girl be like, let's go to dinner. No. Say what? Dinner? No.
You better say supper.
Oh, bad.
Lunch. Brunch and lunch.
Brunch and lunch.
Yeah, I don't even know how to eat dinner. Like
Create that new one, man. Between lunch and dinner. Leonard.
every week we eat some dinner. Dinner time, Doug. I can't believe y'all, bro.
Oh, man. This has been the Evergreen Pod, y'all. We out.
Peace.
All right, y'all. This has been the Evergreen Pod. We appreciate y'all watching and subscribing. Make sure y'all watch us on YouTube. Doug, tell them what's up.
Follow us on Instagram at evergreen_pod. Follow us on TikTok, evergreen_pod. And also our YouTube channel, the Evergreen Pod. Like, subscribe, and share.
It's free to follow. Follow us on Apple Podcasts, Spotify Podcasts, Google Podcasts.
We'd like to shout out our producer Swag. We'd like to shout out our producer Jam. And EJ on the music, man. Appreciate y'all boys making us look good, making us sound good every week.
This is Evergreen Pod. We love y'all.